Good morning, guys, and welcome to another session of Unfortunately Technicals. As we all know, this is basically a market outlook session. We get to see what opportunities we can get. And then starting with fundamentals today, same thing is just around 1:30 that we have USD news. Yeah, I think the rest are low impact news and mid impact news. So we go to what's this? Start AUD this morning. So yesterday we had this whole beautiful move to the upside, and then we had this entry criteria here, but I did not actually take the trade. I was doubting the trade, so I didn't take it. I did not take this whole buy to the upside. I was expecting a deeper pullback. But anyways, now we've broken structure to the upside. Yeah. But then the implication of this is that we have not reached all these deeper areas around the level that was broken, and then now we've started pushing up. We pulled back, and then now we started pushing up. So now two things, yeah. Two things is either to wait here at the top and see what's going to happen if we're going to have a break. Yeah, if we're going to have a break of structure. Yeah, or we basically wait to the downside and see if we're going to have a shift in market structure. That's if we're going to see something like this. Yeah. And then a continuation. You get. So those are the two ways I'm going to be looking at it for now. Then NZD-USD, I think it's almost the same thing. Yeah, we did not come deep, we did not come down deep into these ends. And then now we're pushing up. And then I won't call this a shift in market structure already. This is my important high, and this is my significant. So I'm going to be watching out for both of them. Yeah, if I see that break to the downside, then definitely it's a shift in market structure. But then if you consider to the upside, then yeah, we can just look to continue the trend like that, uptrend. Then Euro USD. Euro USD, I think Euro USD has tapped into the 50% of Fibonacci. Yeah, it has tapped into the 50. Yeah, it has tapped inside. Come in. So did we get any entry criteria? Oh. This was actually an engulfing candlestick, but I now actually look at it that way. Yeah. So since we are reacting from the golden ratio, yeah, since we are reacting from the golden ratio, then this is basically what I'll be looking out for on Euro USD. Yeah, I would see if I'm going to have that test of these levels here. You get, can look to take a sell, a buy from here. Yeah, and then target wherever the retracement starts. That's if price gets into these levels, this I'm going to be taking the trade. Settle them down there. Settle them down there. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is how I'm going to be looking out for. This is what I'm going to be watching out for on Euro USD because we already have that shift on the lower time frame. So I'll be seeing if I can have that tap here for the continuation. This trade is how much? The 1.26 RR. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Then GBP USD. GBP USD is the same thing. Let's see the one more. Let's see if it taps into the extremes. GBP USD will not tap into the 50. And anyways, this trend is actually pretty strong. The only thing about GBP USD is the manipulations. The manipulations are always much. So I'm going to be more careful with GBP USD than Euro USD. Euro USD, I'm going to be comfortable with it, but GBP USD, I'm going to look at it. I don't know. I'm going to be very, very careful with it. But GBP GBP/USD, I'm going to be careful, but Euro/USD, I can be flexible, but this one I'm going to be very strict with it because this one is full of manipulations. So it's basically us looking at for that retest at these levels for the continuation to the upside. So that's how we're going to be looking at it. Yeah. I've looked at all my pairs. Hope you guys understand the analysis. Do you guys understand?
Yes, of course.
Okay, good. What pairs do you guys want me to take a look at before we go? GBP AUD and then JPY. Oh, this is I hate seeing this type of moves. Do you know why this thing has been consolidating like this for a while? It's because this is a cross pair of GBP and AUD, and both of them have been moving quite in the same direction for the past hours. I think since yesterday. This was since around yesterday was 10th August. Yeah, this is yesterday, and it has just been consolidating here like this. So basically, what we did was we broke structure, we pushed down, we broke structure, but then what we can see now is exhaustion of this trend. You get, but I don't treat retracement, so I'm not going to advise you to take a buy from here. What I will do is, let me see, is to watch out for these levels here to see if you are going to have that tap into this place and then continuation to the downside. But like I used to always say, this is a cross pair, and cross pairs, honestly, I have not traded them a lot. I've not even traded them to actually know whether they work with market structure or they basically work based off of what is happening on their major pairs. Then let's take a look at USD/JPY. USD/JPY. USD/JPY is annoying. It's very annoying. See this trade we had the other day on USD/JPY that I told you guys that USD/JPY was not ready to push to the downside yet. And it was actually true. See the moment it was ready to push to the downside, see how it was no stress. Like it just exploded to the downside. Stress-free. Anyways, let's do this thing. But then I think yesterday, I was just too distracted. Yeah, too distracted to actually see this thing coming on USD/JPY. We actually had a shift on USD/JPY. We pushed up, pulled back, we broke the structure, and then we actually tapped it before exploding to the downside. I mean, sorry, pouring to the downside. Like I was just too distracted with what pair was I even looking at? I don't know. I was just too distracted yesterday to actually see this. Yeah, but then this was actually like very nice setup also. Anyways, and then this downtrend was even still valid. This whole shift in market structure that happened here. Because we basically pushed up, pushed up, pulled back, and then we pushed up again, and then we tapped this neckline here, and then we flushed to the downside. Anyways, it's not really a pair I trade. So anyhow, let's see. Now we've broken structures to the downside. Yeah, and then this is basically a downtrend, a very serious downtrend. That's the 50% range of this downside. It's around here, and there's like literally nothing there apart from space. So what I would do regarding this pair is to basically sit out and wait first. We have this level here that price is going and looking as if it will break. Yeah. If we tap into these levels and we break it, then we can look for a retest for a continuation of this downtrend. Yeah, for a continuation of this downtrend. And then another way you can look out for it is at this top here to see if we'll have a shift in market structure. That's if I'm going to continue like this. So that's how I'll be looking out for USD/JPY. Then I think there's one other pair, Euro NZD. This is the last pair we take. My PC is running low. Euro NZD. Okay, Euro NZD, you are creating something that looks like a double bottom. This is a potential neckline, and this is the previous low. So what you can do is watch out if we're going to break down to continue the trend, or we're going to push up, break, and then tap into these levels and what continue. Basically shift structure. Yeah, that's how I'm going to who dropped this pair? Rick, I hope you understand the analysis on Euro NZD and USGBY. So someone said BUD. I said this was going to be the last pair, but let's look at this one. This is weird. I'm tempted to trade the most recent market structure, and that's basically what I'm going to do. So we broke structure here, and then now we're shifting structure to the upside. If we have a clear break here, we can look to see this retest here. But then this is the funny thing about this type of movement here. Price can just come here, and tap into this area, and then what flush to the downside. Do you understand? So that's one very shitty thing that can happen. Then another thing, what I would like you guys to do here, what I would like the person that drops this bet to do is pay attention, pay close attention here. See, by the time that price taps into this level, watch how it's going to pull back. Is it going to pull back with big black candles? Then avoid taking that buy here. But then if it's pulling back with small candles and you're seeing rejections from the downside, then you can take a potential buy from here and will target this same height here. Do you understand? So let's say you see those candlesticks that show weakness in sellers here. You can just take that buy around here and target this height here, exit at this point, because price might still tap here and what flush the downside. So that's how you should look at it. That's how I would actually look at it. That being said, we've come to the end of this session. I wish you guys a very nice trading day, and thank you all for attending this session. Catch you guys same time tomorrow in the morning. Later, guys.